We were talking a little bit earlier about title theory and lien theory. There's this other thing that you definitely need to know for the exam called a deed in trust, in which the lender, who's technically called the beneficiary, grants a loan to the trustor. So the lender gives the trustor, who's the borrower, some money. When the borrower gets this loan, they give the legal title to the property to a third party called the trustee. So once again, this is the OR here. The trustor is the OR, and the trustee is the EE. You remember the OR gives and the EE receives. And what did they receive? They received title to the property when the lender gave them the loan. And the trustee basically operates as a neutral third party. They're going to hold title during the outstanding period of the mortgage here. So hopefully the borrower pays their bill, and, whether that's 20, 15, or 30 years or whatever, let's just say 30 years. The trustee will hold the title to the property as a third-party neutral observer for, let's just say, 30 years until the borrower pays off their mortgage. At that time, they will reconvey the property back to the trustor, who, as we said earlier, is the borrower. Also, what could happen if the borrower does not pay? Then, the lender's going to say, yo, trustee, the borrower owes me money, and the lender is going to then ask the trustee to foreclose on the trustor in order to get their money back, because, of course, the house is collateral for the loan. So we don't actually do these in Massachusetts, but it's a good thing to know for the exam, where I'll summarize for you again. This is an exception to the lien and title theory concepts that we had earlier, or in addition, if you want to think about it that way, where the lender is the beneficiary. They lend money to the borrower, who's the trustor. The trustor then gives the title to the trustee, which is a neutral third party, and that's where the title is held, during which time either the loan gets paid off or it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then effectively we go through a trustee sale, which is effectively a foreclosure. If the loan does get paid off, then the title goes back to the borrower in what we call a reconveyance. All right, so definitely, that sounds like a lot of good. You might want to rewind that. A lot of good vocabulary words there relative to a deed in trust.